Oh, yeah, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to 100.9 FM. This is KWTN, the Big Voice Radio. You are listening to the show.
I thought you got stuck, bro.
I kind of did. I was DJing earlier, so almost said the big hour. But B-Luv, hey, man, this is the show, bro, where we talk nothing about sports, right? Or we talk everything about sports here.
That's right.
And if you notice, ladies and gentlemen, we got a different kind of background. We're in a different studio tonight. We are actually live from the Winnebago Veterans Park, B-Luv.
In other words, the power grounds for y'all that don't know.
Yep. So we're out here in a studio out here. We're gonna do the show from out here, and we're gonna talk some sports from out here. So B-Luv, we got some sports to talk about this week. We started the show a little while ago, but the sound was kind of messed up. But
Yeah.
they made some adjustments, and DJ Guaranteed came to the rescue, and here we go. So, you guys, we're out here at the Power Grounds, and B-Luv, a couple weeks ago we had some guests on the show,
Yep.
and we were making that comparison of dancing these categories at powwow, comparing that to being an athlete. And I know that we there was a discussion about that, and we kind of made some comparisons about it, and we made sure and got Cassie's kids on the show to talk about
Yeah.
that particular thing about dancing and sports. So
Yeah.
I know that a little bit later on in the show we got a young lady who's the head lady dancer here at the Winnebago Power this year. Her name is Kara Wolf, and she'll be joining us talk a little bit about what she does in our community with youth sports, and she'll also talk about her own kids that are in sports on these teams, and how it helps them and affects their lives being athletes throughout the year. So
And they're all around the arena too. Her kids and herself. She, like you said, she's the head woman dancer there to this year. So once we get them on there, we get a little.
yeah, and I was glad that she said she would join us too, because she probably has some interesting information for us and the viewers about on her view on sports, her view on dancing, and then also she's going to be having a special this coming weekend for the head lady dancer, and we'll definitely get into that too when she comes in. We're going to give her the microphone, give her some time, let her tell us some stories. B-Luv.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah, so we're gonna get into that, and then maybe we'll even get those twins on here too. Get a couple of her kids up here,
Yep.
and maybe kind of race heck with them a little bit and talk some basketball and football and baseball and
Yeah.
powwow. Man, those guys are out for everything, man.
Yeah, like we said, we had them on there before, and then what I said earlier on the show before we had the technical difficulties, that the last time they was on there, they really impressed me, the way they talk and into the camera, the way they kind of upheld themselves and stuff like that. I was impressed with them. So
A little mature before their age.
yeah,
huh?
you can't tell they're what, 3? How old are they?
I believe they're 10.
10.
So we'll definitely get into that and try to see if they'll come and share some
Both little
camera time with us.
Both little fancy dancers too, from what I heard too.
Grass
Right?
dancers, yeah.
Oh, grass dancers. Either way, that's either
Fancy
way.
too?
Yeah, either way. Yeah, as long as you can keep beat, that's pretty fancy.
Yeah. So I guess B-Luv, until then, we got some other sports that we can talk about. One of the big things that's been going around on Facebook and internet today is a big tournament down in Phoenix that's starting, a big basketball tournament down there. The NABI tournament.
Nabby. Yep.
It's called the Native American Basketball Invitational, and
Yep.
it's out of Phoenix, Arizona, and it's a big tournament. Happen every year. Apparently, a lot of college recruiters go down to watch this tournament to see what Indian country has out there for them, for recruitment and whatnot. And there's two teams from Winnebago, two boys teams from Winnebago that went down. One of the teams is called War Paint, and that's Les and Amy Painter. They brought their boys and some other Winnebago boys down, and then also Big Time Elite with Coach Chris LaPointe and Coach David Winget.
Yep.
Are taking a group of boys down.
They took a group of boys down.
Yep. They took a group of boys down, and they actually that's why it was kind of a big thing today. The big talk of the on Facebook today is the actual tournament started today.
Yep.
So and I believe, bro, I'm pretty sure that Winnebago's teams both won their first games,
Well, that's good.
and I will definitely be following up. And I've actually, for the viewers, I've actually been tagging the Winnebago Big Voice Facebook page and all the stuff that's going on down in Nabby with our local teams.
So that picture that's pulled up right there. Who's the big boy on that? Right there.
I don't know some of those guys. They got a mix. I think there's a couple of relatives from Wisconsin or something like that playing, but that's the what's showing up there right now, ladies and gentlemen, is Big Time Elites team, and it has a number of Winnebago boys and got KJ Blackhawk from Bancroft, local boy, and looks like
he's from
Jameson from Wall Hill.
Yeah, KJ's from Winnebago, everybody, but him and the kid number 22, they both played for the state tournament team with the Bancroft Rosalie.
Oh yeah, Drake Porter.
Drake Porter is
Also.
good ball player, and then number 2 looked like Preston Blackhawk. He's came from South Sioux, came down here from South Sioux, so it'll be interesting on see what this team does this year, this fall or this winter.
Yeah, definitely going to be following these teams, each one of the teams, following on Facebook, and going to share as much as I can. I did contact the coaches and told them to tag Winnebago Big Voice in their post game posts and stuff like that,
Yeah. Well,
to
I've
make
seen
sure everybody knows.
Seen Chris go live. So I don't know if there's a link out there for people to watch back here, but I know Chris has been going live down there, and I think that some of it's pulled up right there. So if you guys get a chance to go back, you can go watch that first game for him. I watched his first part of it. I see my grandson Papa 3 here, so I just want to let everybody know.
So it looks like Chris LaPointe and Darla LaPointe are going live. So and I tagged the Big Voice in one of the lives, so it might even be on their
Right
their,
there, look.
their Facebook
Oh no, that
feed
one
there.
This
So,
next one kick out.
but anyway, I'm gonna follow them up.
Yep.
And that tournament's a huge tournament, and Winnebago.
I think all the locals won their first game. Is the locals, a couple of teams from Macy and where'd you say the other one was from?
Dreamville from Santee.
Santee was the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe they all won their first game out there.
Yeah, there's a number of teams out there, so we're definitely gonna follow up and let you guys know
Yep.
the scores and everything like that. I know that we're not gonna let you know the results until our next show in a couple of weeks, but definitely we'll be posting stuff on our Facebook page. So if you want to know those scores, then just check our Facebook page out, and we'll try to get stuff updated all the time.
Yep.
And then but hey, before we get done talking about basketball, B-Luv, we got about less than a week away before we take off. Before I end up taking up my high school boys team out to Honolulu, Hawaii for that big tournament out there.
Yep. That's good. I can't wait for that. It just gets me. It's like I know there's a lot of boys that want to go because you got your team and then you got Chris's team here. It would have been nice to see them all go out there or go out there together or make whoever can swing it take.
Yeah.
It'd be cool
you know
to
what?
see that.
Since it was kind of like a demo year because it's the first year that this is going on. I did reach out. We were trying to make a solid team from varsity players from last year, and just try to get a solid team. But not everybody could go.
Yeah.
And not everybody would go because some of the parents are a little bit afraid for the kid to be flying.
Oh yeah.
And
that makes sense.
Just with stuff that's going on in the United States,
Yeah.
And but that's their thing,
Yep.
And maybe after
Understandable.
this trip is done, then maybe they'll feel a little bit more confident for next year,
Sure.
Because if this tournament ends up being a good
Is-
one, they're
is-
going to do it again next year.
You said that tournament out there that's the first year doing it?
Yeah.
Isn't there all kinds of age brackets, even like golden age, like
Yeah,
50 and over too out there?
I think it starts from 5th and 6th grade, boys and girls, and then moves all the way up to 50 and over.
50 and over, 350 and over. Let's go.
Yeah.
Hey, you should check. They might have a like a free agent list.
I think they actually do.
Do they?
Yeah.
See how that mixes in.
Yeah, we'll have to see about that one there. But yeah, that tournament's coming up. We have less than less than a week left. We're still trying to do a fundraiser during Powell this weekend, a 50-50.
Okay.
And we're going to try to make as much as we can and make that 50-50 raffle a big one.
Yeah.
And we're going to start up on Thursday of Powell and probably draw on Sunday of Powell.
Yeah,
so,
make sure they keep announcing that over the loudspeaker too. When the time comes.
Yeah, definitely. And then that Hawaii trip that's an expensive trip, And
Oh yeah.
we did a lot of fundraising, but it doesn't even cover all the costs. Really the fundraising is just to kind of help the parents with the costs because they're including their vacation with this tournament too. So
Oh yeah. So
it'll be a
they'd
good
have to,
one, man.
yeah, they'd have to kick in a little.
And I just got to say personally myself, it was a lot of work, a lot of hard work to try to get something like this to actually become reality, right?
Sure.
So if it ends up working out real good, I just kind of hope maybe some other coaches from surrounding communities or here in our community that maybe are interested in it to come sit down and visit with me and we can make it happen,
Sure.
And so I just want to kind of throw that out there for anybody who has an idea of maybe going over there or doing a big tournament like that. I really kind of got into fundraising too about 20, 25 years ago when I started coaching, and it seems like every year I always had a bigger project, and then this is like the ultimate one.
Yeah.
So,
It's
it's going to be a good one. So make sure in a couple of weeks to tune in to our show on Wednesday in 2 weeks, and I'll have pictures and stories and stuff like that about our trip to Hawaii.
Nice.
Let you know how the boys did.
Nice.
Yeah, and definitely talk about that, man. It's real good.
Just to let you listeners and your people that are watching on YouTube, if me and Quint seem to start to glisten a little bit, it's because we had to shut the air off in this in our studio here, so it's already it's already getting muggy. So
we did have
because our DJ Bestme is on the ones and twos, and she's kind of shiny over there because she's doing a lot of hustling. So. So anyway, I just want to.
The air conditioning is a little loud in here, but now it's not so loud. But now
we're good to go.
Feel
and then we want to apologize too because earlier on in the show we seen that the camera clicked on outside and we had a big old Kev walking by and we seen nothing but the rear end back there, so it was crazy. So I just wanted to see because I seen Bethany over there holding her laughing, and then I seen why. Kev.
Shout out to Kev.
Shout out to Kev for hustling.
All right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, like I said earlier, we're going to have a special guest come on the show with us and kind of sit down and visit with us. And, man, unfortunately, she's going to have to squeeze between me and B-Luv.
Yeah.
But we got Kara Wolf, our homecoming celebration head lady dancer, going to sit down with us. And
speaking of glistening.
No, she just came from outside.
We'll give her a break.
No, but we're gonna go ahead and have her come have a seat with us.
Do we got another mic, or are we gonna just give this one up?
Okay. So we'll just kind of just ask questions, B-Luv, and then if you have a question, you hand her your mic.
Oh, okay.
And vice versa, like that, right?
Okay.
Okay. So anyway, well, first of all, thanks, Kara, for coming in here and sharing some time with us. I know Powell is getting ready to start tomorrow. It's your first time being head lady dancer.
Yeah. Of like the 4-day celebration, yeah.
Okay.
You ready for it?
You did like the harvest celebration before or something like that, right?
Yeah, and then I did Lincoln Powwow. I was head lady for the Unite graduate powwow down there, and trying to think, and then the harvest powwow.
Dude, that's like good practice for this weekend, I do got to tell you though, how did it happen when they asked you to be head lady dancer? I know it probably came to you as a surprise, maybe.
Yeah, it did. I got asked to come out to the veterans building and talk to the veterans, so I was kind of nervous, like, why would I do? And Gordon said, your name got brought up, and a lot of people were like, hey, we kind of got a name out there we want you guys to look at. So, and he's like, and it was a unanimous decision, and he's like, so I'd want to ask you. And I was like, what, really? And I just kind of stood there like, wait, you're messing with me, stop. And then he came out and he had a big old soft, beautiful blanket, and he was like, if you accept, I'm gonna wrap you up. As soon as he wrapped it around me, I just bawled, just started crying.
Man.
And I just was like, oh my God, this is real, this is happening. Like, this, my ultimate dream come true since I was a little girl. This was like,
it's kind of like a bucket list thing, right?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
It is.
I know. I saw your post about your special that you're going to be having this weekend, and I saw some of the words you were saying, and you said it was your first time, and that I just figured you were so excited, because I remember watching you dance as a little one coming up, kind of like your kids coming up, little ones coming up, and seeing you grow, become a really good dancer, and then not just a dancer, but you also kind of live the life too. You got your kids you got your kids all in the arena. Um, you kind of walk a certain path like that in the community. You kind of sharing all your knowledge of what you learned so far with the younger generation. That's exactly what you're supposed to be doing. And I think that not only just because you dance and you dance applique, that there's a lot more to it than just being a dancer. So and I
Yeah.
think that's a real good, how would you say, a good stamp saying, hey, you're doing good in our community. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And so with that, I know that you're gonna be having a special. I want to go ahead and give you the mic and talk about your special a little bit and hype it up too.
So my special will be on Sunday for all the applique dancers. Sunday, mark it down.
All ages.
All ages. I
All
opened it up.
ages.
I didn't want to be, specific adults or.
Those little girls, get them out there, get them
Yep.
dressed up.
I want to encourage everybody from the youngest, the littlest ones. There's a lot of,
Yeah.
oh, you're not old enough to be in a special. You should sit down. Like, just a little bit of negativity that the girls kind of like, oh man, maybe I can't be out there, or maybe I shouldn't be out there because someone said, this was 16 plus and you're only 13. So
Yeah.
like, I don't like that feeling of like, no, I gotta go sit down. I can't even just be out here. So I'm like, I don't want that kind of feeling for anybody. I want them to be all welcomed, and I want, to all ages feel beautiful and feel like they're giving it their all for a good cause, and like I tell the little ones too, like, there's a lot of people that are sitting out in the stands that wish they could dance or that are hurting and we don't know about it, but once they see you, it heals them, it heals their spirit here. They have good positive vibes when they leave this place, and it's because you guys are dancing for them and they see it, and they see happy faces. And now that I'm also Wagi Goose Mahiska at the public school, I have a lot of little ones that look up to me and ask me over and over questions about the arena and how things are a certain way. And so like I just want to encourage all ages to come out, and like I want to see the young tiny tots dancing with the eldest applique dancer. It's just, I feel like it's going to be a beautiful sight to see, and it's going to fill the arena, and that's all I wanted for.
It really is, just trying to picture it right now. It really is a beautiful sight because of all the things you said, and as you were saying, I kind of thought too is that these really really young girls that are learning how to dance applique. I mean, what better way to practice in a competition than having like a special? Because when you have a special, everybody crowds around to watch the special. Especially applique here in
Right.
Winnebago.
And I feel like it's like an overwhelming, joyful feeling of applique dancers now. Like before, all little girls want to be jingle dressed and fancy dancers,
Yeah.
and they want to be, and now it's like applique is so popular and it's so huge. Like our categories are just so huge, and like it's hard being in a contest for 4 days, getting points, but like having to have a fun special to jump in, like that's exciting. Like when we go to Powell's, we're like, oh, guess what? There's a young boys special. Oh, there's a little girl special. Like that's what we look forward to when we travel, is the specials,
Yeah.
And like, we always say that if we don't place, it's cool. We had fun this weekend. We danced. You guys got to enjoy. You got to wear something new this weekend, buy something new, So, and we always say that, we're dancing for the people.
For the people.
My Hena always says he dances for his choka in heaven. That's who he gives it his
That's
all, and that's, we always say it too, for those that have gone on and those that can't dance. That's why we're out there.
Yeah, I just saying it like that. I remember my choker too. He was the one that used to get me into the arena when I was a little boy, and I remember that there was a time when he couldn't dance no more, And so then I think about that too. What you just said, dance for the people that can't dance no more. That's a good reason to be out there. So hey, so that's on Sunday. So I suppose you're not too excited about having to dance every single song, right?
Every single song, every special, even during supper breaks, we have during supper breaks we have like a princess giveaway or a princess special,
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, they're showing on the screen right now a picture of our head lady dancer right there, right in front and center, and some real scary chief guy in the background right there. No, that's a cool picture
Looking
right
right
there.
at the camera, too.
Hey, when there's cameras around, you gotta look and say, hey.
Wherever cheesy.
Yeah, hey, if they don't get you looking, they might get an ugly picture of you. So you might as well stare at all the cameras now. uh, okay, so are you nervous though?
Yeah, I am. I feel like contest, I get out there and I'm like, dang, there's 25 of us. Like, oh, there's no way I'm placing. Like, oh my God, there's so much of us. I gotta be ready to dance 2 songs back to back. Like, that's exhilarating and that's exciting. That's nervous every year. It's like, oh, it's 4 days. You gotta give it your all. And then it's like, oh, I'll be all right. I'll be okay. Then I'm like, oh, this is every single song for 4 days. Like, dang. Like, but I've been training, I guess you could say, running my miles, getting my miles in, making sure my legs are good, that I got stamina to last for the weekend.
Yeah.
I got my pickle juice on hand, ready.
There you go.
One thing too, yeah, besides pickle juice, if you have to catch a cramp, get little mustard packets. Open a mustard packet, squirt it in your mouth. Cramp will go right away.
Oh, good
And
to know.
and
It's a sports talk show. So
Oh, yeah,
we
there you
talk
go.
about
Oh, yeah.
and potassium too. If you have bananas on standby,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
always a good thing to have bananas before all that. So
Before it even gets there.
little sports talk right there. Had to kind of put that plug in real quick. Okay, so hey, B-Luv, you got any questions?
No, I'm good. I'm just enjoying listening to her, on getting her point of view on things like that. So I'm just hope for the best for you. And then, yeah, it's going to be a long weekend because, like you said, every song, when they do snake dance and do all the other dance and stuff, you got to be out there leading the pack. So then just to be, heads up, supposed to be 104 heat index on Saturday.
Oh, he didn't have to
Keep
bring that up, did he?
yeah.
To bring that up,
You
did
might
he?
have to keep a little, what do they call it? The drummers call it a little fat boy towel.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Have it to
A
dry off.
wet
Yep.
wash rag.
Yep. Have that
Hey,
soaked. Get it nice and
also,
cold.
just to kind of add a little more onto that, all the specials too.
Yep.
You gotta lead all the specials too.
Yep. Then we're like, oh, we need
All
the
the honor
head
songs,
man,
yeah.
head woman out here. Yep. That's what I said. That's what's like, all right. So all my kids,
Yeah.
I'm not there this weekend. I'm not
Yeah.
there for you guys this weekend.
Hey, just leave them home. Leave them home. Nah, it was good.
No, but yeah, they know. And plus, we were like, trying to prep for this and not just be, like, yeah, get ready, like giveaway stuff, financially get ready for the special, getting all that stuff. But, we've also traveled this summer too, so we can be in shape for this weekend,
Yeah.
So like preparing that part too, and like observing, watching, hearing people's speeches, or hearing what they got to say, like soaking it all in extra. I feel like this year everything's just it's making me learn more and making me pay attention more than I
Yeah.
normally would,
Opening your mind a little bit more.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. You know what? This is actually the first time that I'm hearing of the story of being asked for a head lady dancer. I remember a few times, like with Scotty Cool and those guys would kind of tell stories about when they were asked to be a head man dancer and stuff like that. But I really enjoyed your story. Now, hey, but I do got to ask you some questions outside of powwow and outside of what we're doing this weekend. Now, I know when I first talked to you, I was like, hey, can you come on a sports show and we need to talk about a couple of things. But one of the things I was going to say is like your involvement with our youth in our youth sports here in Winnebago throughout the season. So I know that I think it was basketball season. Were you coach your daughter's basketball
yeah,
team?
like I had a sub in for a couple games, and I think it was around like between you guys coming out and the other team switching out. I think when I saw your girls just come out too, and we ended up having to steal a couple girls from another team because we were short,
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I got an extra jersey, come with me,
Yeah.
like I got you, come on.
Hey, it happens,
And
man.
then like being a coach, you gotta pick up players, so it'd be like, all right, my kids stay home, I gotta go pick up girls for this game, and then I'd have a car full of girls just so we could make the game. So like, making those sacrifices too on a weekend or an evening night when something's going on, like, nope, we gotta load up the car because we need
Yeah.
that many players for our team.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just it sounds exactly like how life has been for me for a number of years too. It's kind of like you end up having to put yourself, on the back burner, because these kids are gonna need that attention right now, you know.
Yeah.
And then I remember a lot of times with friends growing up, it was the other way around. A lot of their parents would put the kids in the back burner and they'd be in the front seat, you know. Anyway, but I really like how you're doing things. You know, not only the veterans, you know, notice things that you're doing good in the community. There's other of us older guys out here that are seeing good things happening too. And I'm glad you're up at the school too, because then you get to share all that stuff with those kids, all your knowledge of your culture, even like your dresses that you make, your skirts you make,
Yeah.
all the regalia that you've been making for your kids and stuff. You can share that stuff with the kids that we have here in our community. So I really like that. So yeah, that's good, and that's exactly what we wanted to hear on our interview today. Hey, I saw you on the news the other night too. I was trying to be funny. I was trying to be not criticizing, but trying to be funny, but also trying to be supportive. And I was like, oh, look, those guys look real nice on TV. They're, she's all dressed up and stuff like that. And he kept on saying, and
I was like, God, and I was like, oh my God, this is what I tell my kids not to do, and then I go and do it, and I was like, wow. Then they were like, don't look at the camera. I'm like, all right. Then I'm like, there's a camera, there's a camera, there's a camera, there's a TV, there's lights, and I was like, well, where do I look? And then it's like, I don't want to just look at Tim. Like,
No.
and then Jeff kind of looked at me. He's like, is this live? And I was like, dang, I think this is live. And then we kind of like, oh, shit. And then we kind of got real. I mean, my bad. Like, we're not live right now. Oh, my God. Shoot. Oh, shoot.
We got the boing noise. Don't worry. We did that all the time.
Man.
No,
But I was like, oh my God, no, I didn't. No, I did not do that. And then he was like kind of prepping us what to say. But then when he sat down, he's like, tell us what the people will expect. And I was like, oh wait, why'd you phrase it like that? I'm not ready for that kind of question. I don't know. I got in my head, and then I was like,
So they didn't give you a set question that they're gonna ask you, so you can at least think about, yeah, this I'm gonna answer it.
And then he was like, think of the history and what people will see at the powwow. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'll talk about like the specials and whatever. Then once he said it, I was like, oh dang, I don't think I was ready for that. So I was like,
after the interview though, when it was over, I was real glad and I was satisfied with the whole thing, because you did tell the listeners and the viewers from the news, I don't know how many, there's got to be at least maybe 120,000 people in the area to hear.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you knew that or not, but it's a lot of people. But you gave them a good
Right.
visual of what they're expected to see, because he was talking about the colorful outfits, you were talking about the good food, you were talking about the good music, and you're talking about the vibes, and I think that's exactly what they needed to hear.
Yeah.
So it was a good job. I was just kind of teasing around.
I don't know. I was so shamed out when I got done. I was like, I did all that for 30 seconds on the air, and then all I said was No, then they were like, then you look like Keon in the deer and headlights. I was like, dang, for real, I did. And I was like, it's practice for the future. I was like, because man, I don't think I've ever been on the news for an interview, so I was all shook up, and that lady was like, don't move, I'm lazy with the microphone. I was like, what? And she like stuck it in all kinds of ways, and I was like, dang, I for real can't move. And I was like, now I'm extra awkward and can't move, so I just was real stiff and was like, all right, let's get this going. And yeah, it was crazy, but I mean, at least they asked us to come up there and express our homecoming celebration. And I also feel like KTIV comes through every year too and does a couple glimpse videos and pulls the people to the side and interview them too. So
yeah, as they should, really. The news stations that we have locally here, everybody should be getting a piece of the celebration down here. Just to show the viewers and show the area that this is what's going on here in our community.
yeah.
So that's good though. I'm really excited for you for this weekend. I got my chair set up since Monday. No.
Same, I ain't gonna lie. I did too. I was like, I'm going out there. When we pulled up at 7:50, gates already open, people are already unloading. I was like, all right, people don't mess around.
We didn't see no street fight at all, so it was okay this year.
Yeah. I didn't want to have to wear my flannel out here and come debo my chairs back out of the way, But hey, I do want to say thank you for coming out here and sharing, um, what you're kind of expecting for this weekend, and then also sharing the story of how you're asked to be head lady dancer. That right there was kind of special, and I'm glad that you got to actually kind of rewind it in your head and kind of tell us how you really felt about it, because that's what we want here is stories. But before we have you leave, though, we're gonna end up ending the show. But there's a conversation I wanted to have with B-Luv, and I know that you're into basketball a lot, and you're a woman, so we're gonna talk about women's basketball real fast, like B-Luv, right?
All right.
All right. So,
Oh, right.
Caitlin Clark,
Oh, jeez.
B-Luv. I know B-Love's a big fan.
I'm a big CC fan.
So
Oh, there you go.
I was watching the news, right, and they talked about the WNBA All-Star game and how many viewers that it lost because Caitlin Clark didn't play.
Oh, yeah.
They said that even though it was still record viewing, that it was half of what it should have been.
Sure.
And that was not only the viewing of TV, but also the ticket sales.
Oh, yeah.
So the reason why she's missing the All-Star game is because she got injured.
Groin injury. She just got over a groin injury, and then they said they re-aggravated. She re-aggravated it, but it was the other side. So, and I seen the injury on when it happened. She didn't do nothing, just do a pass and then just stretch strong or something. So, and then you got, I don't know if you ever had a pulled groin before, but
yeah.
those take a while to heal. I mean, you're supposed to just let it heal. Time is the only thing. You can't come back.
Try to rush it.
Yeah.
No.
That's too bad. But did you actually see that 3-point contest?
No.
Oh my goodness! What's that girl's name from I think she's the Liberty, Sabrina something. She kind of got like crazy name. Dude, she scored like 32 points in that thing. She hit like 20 in a row almost, and those two from way back there, she snapped both of them, and she hit like 5, hit that one, hit 5, hit that one, 5, missed one and the other one. So she almost got like every ball.
Almost flawless.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Well, that's good. That's good that they got a good viewing for at least that anyway. Because that sounds pretty exciting.
Yeah.
But Caitlin Clark obviously hurt.
Yep.
Think she could have did damage, or she could have.
Oh, for sure.
Do you think she would have beat that though?
Yeah.
Oh, from the logo.
Oh, yeah, right
Look at
there.
that shit right
Yeah.
there. Hey, Mila, come here fast. Like, come put your shirt on here. For
Just
the
not talking.
viewers.
Didn't even see that
Just
back
talking
there.
about-
Turn around and look at that camera.
right there.
Back up.
Back up a little bit.
Come to this elevator.
Oh,
Right there. You
Stand
gotta
up.
stand up.
The Miss Mila right there got the Caitlin Clark shirt
There
on
it is,
from the logo.
There you
Let's
go. All right.
All right, so so I'm just gonna ask you then, Kara, what do you think about Caitlin Clark here in the WNBA? What's your feelings about that?
Well, now we can rock her jersey.
Yeah.
No, when she was for Iowa, I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I love her,
Yeah.
but man, I can't wear Iowa. Like, I just can't do it. But no, my girls, they love basketball, man. They love it. And Paya's all about Caitlin Clark. When she's ready to fold laundry, she's like, put YouTube on. You already know. So then we got to put Caitlin Clark on YouTube so she can sit there and do laundry. And
Good.
man, they love watching her like all the time. That's their favorite player now. And they watch how, the clips where someone's messing with her and she's like, oh. And we say that because like how many games we got to play the team and the refs, and now that these little guys are coming up, they're seeing it and they're like, man, this sucks. Like this ain't fair. I'm like, but you guys, this is the rest of your life. This is how it goes. And you got to learn now in order to accept it when you get older. So you're not fighting them. You're not, being a bad sportsman. And
just deal with it.
so then watch how Caitlin is and how she, accepts it. And she got pushed around and tossed around, but she still, look at her now, So like, I feel like she's such a good role model for our girls, and it's someone to look up to and like support. And soon as these girls get a chance, like, oh, they got Caitlin Clark posters, they want her jersey, they want shirts, and like, it's not just about the boys right now, like, because boys, it's a guarantee, basketball, jerseys, watch these games, go here. But now the girls got something to look forward to, and they got something to, like, once they won, I think that first tourney, they got champions, then they went to the next one. So then that's when, like, we need to keep these girls together. As soon as we figure out who's who when they're little, man, by the time they get up to high school, like, you girls, you got this, so like encouraging them to like watch it off season too and not just worry about basketball during basketball season, so
That's like the same stuff we talk about all the time on here, of that same thing you just said. about basketball or about any sport.
Yeah.
It's not just in season stuff. You got to do it all the time out of season.
And then Mila want to shout out her coach too. Coach Q was her softball
Oh,
coach
yeah.
this summer, and she played softball. And then on her birthday, she got a basketball from her coach. So then, right after that, I was like, "Show, where's Mila at?" Looking out, she was up and down, dribbling down the driveway, just going back and forth, dribbling. No one told her to. No one, forced her. She was like, "I got a new ball." She went out there, was practicing on the hoop, dribbling, trying to get between her legs, and I'm like, seeing that little bit of encouragement from a coach goes a
Yeah.
long way.
Well, I'm glad that she enjoyed that present because that's kind of like one of the only presents I give away is basketballs, And then I do something crazy around our community. If people like leave their basketballs, like it rolls down the street or it's in the ditch or I just see random basketballs laying around town, not in nobody's yard or anything like that. But I'll just pick it up, throw it in the back of my truck. I'll take it to my office or take it home and air it back up, fix it back up. If it has a hole in it, I'll see if I can fix it, and then I just give them away to these kids that want basketballs. But Mila's, I found a brand spanking new one though, and I was trying to use that for my Warpath team, but it was a girl's ball, so I made sure that she got that one. So
Yeah, and that too, and I said that. I said, those gifts aren't cheap. I said, so those ones that do get balls, like take care of your basketballs. I said, because man, those ones, they come in handy. When we lose them, they do go rolling down the hill, and then they're gone. So I'm like, take care of them. They start to add up.
Quince probably got half of them in his truck still.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Well, hey, you guys, I think that's B-Luv, do you have anything else you want to talk about? Or
Yeah, we probably need to cut this short. It's so hot in here. I thought I seen the devil sitting in a corner over there.
it said, oh, look at
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta
It said, yeah, it's like set on cremate in here.
But ladies and gentlemen, this is our head lady dancer, Kara Wolf. She'll be here all weekend. Make sure and stop out. We have a full weekend of just a celebration, dancing, singing, food. There's gonna be lots of food here, you guys. Make sure and stop out and come check out some of the food stands that we have here. Very, very.
They
good
usually
food
do
for
that
everybody.
walk run thing on Saturday too. So it's supposed to be hot. So you guys, it's going to be early if you guys want to try to compete or do that.
HCI
come
is holding
prepared.
that wilderness 5K run and 1K walk, I think it is. And then also this weekend at the Land of Wellness here in Winnebago, they're having a big old softball tournament.
Yep.
Usually they have a co-ed tournament, a men's tournament, and a women's tournament in 3 days.
They're doing it. They're doing it. Also, over there in the new, I think it's the new ghetto up there. Jason Bird is they're doing the annual powwow horseshoe tournament too. So if you think you got skills and want to go up there, you better bring your money. Those guys can play up there. So
Sheridan Drive, right?
Sheridan Drive, yep, up
Sheridan
there.
Drive.
Bring your chairs and your shade. He said.
Also, there's a golf tournament going on too.
Oh
B-Luv.
yeah, that's right. Friday morning there's a golf tournament over in Pender. I think it's full right now. Contact person is Kenny Blackhawk. If you try to get a hold of him, he's got a Facebook Messenger, Snapchat. He's got it all. If you want to check it out and see if there's anybody who's going to be short one or something like that. So you might want to try to make your way over there too.
Yes, indeed. So for all those alsos, we're going to make sure and keep track of all those scores, all those winners and stuff like that. And on our next show,
Yep.
in 2 weeks from today,
Yep.
on Wednesday at 5 o'clock.
As long as Quince don't turn Samoan and stay out there.
I don't know. B-Luv might be running solo next week. I might stay out in Hawaii, though. But, hey, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for our show. Ooh. Thank you for tuning in. This is 100.9 FM, KWTN. This is the show. Host, Coach Q, and B-Luv.
Peace.